Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Hershey Park for our first vlog day of the 2024 park season. Let me tell you what, we picked a scorcher. It's expected to get up to 97 degrees today, real feel of well over 100. So in addition to checking out some of the construction and some of the updates in the park and doing a seasonal snack crawl, we're also going to be looking for ways to beat the heat at the sweetest place on earth. I'm Tim.
I'm Katie.
And we do things like this. So we were careful to emphasize this is our first vlog of the 2024 season, but not our first visit to the sweetest place on earth since they opened. We've been here a couple of times, and we are actually giant size pass holders here. So what's the advantage of being a giant size pass holder? Well, one, we have the Giant Size Passholder Lounge over by the Ferris wheel, which will give us a little break from the heat, if nothing else. We also have a one-time fast track. Single attraction, can only be used once. I think we're definitely gonna need it today because it is busy. There is a lot of work currently being done in the hollow area, so we're gonna start here and work our way around the park, and we're gonna show you the secret cut-through, if you're not aware of it already. Most people are, but some of you are not. This is already not the worst way to beat the heat, actually. They got this nice little trestle under here. It's also just hella pretty back here. I mean, you get some excellent views of Skyrush, which is looping all the way around the lake here. Pond? Lake? Whatever it is. Walking that little cut through, which isn't always open, but certainly is on busy days like today, will take you right underneath Skyrush and Looper, out through Comet, and it'll pop you out right next to the Skyrush queue, which actually doesn't look that bad. Current wait for Skyrush is about 15 minutes, looks like, so I think we're gonna do it. And we always wait for front row on this one, so we're gonna be a little longer than 15 probably, but it'll be worth it. And just to be clear, for those who do not know or might be visiting the park for the first time, there is no on-ride photography or filming allowed, so we're gonna go ahead and throw this in the locker, and we'll be right back with you.
Okay, he's fast.
The sound loops too. What a ride. Look who we found waiting in line for Skyrush. It's Tim. Storming Thrills still, right? Still the brand? Storming Thrills. Check them out. We're all gonna hop on front row Skyrush together. We're now headed out of the hollow and up the hill towards Kissing Tower. We're gonna make a little stop on the way to show you a little something that may or may not be going on here at the park. As we cross the bridge and we check out the little skyway, you can also see very faint down at the end there, some bulldozers. And what could it mean? I'm gonna pre-qualify this statement by saying nobody knows for sure, but there is strong reason to suspect that they are working right now in the old spot where the amphitheater was on an S&S Screamer swing. We've got a lot of different things pointing to that. The location, the build space that they have to work with. We're twisting up something. That really doesn't work for a roller coaster as well as it would for something like a Screaming Swing. Now, I don't know when that's going to open. It could be for 2025. We're thinking it's probably going to be since the construction is underway now. It doesn't take that long to install an attraction of that scale, but we'll see. It could be something completely different. We won't know until we know, but we're excited to see what comes of it. Oh, look, we got a little peeky hole. What a view of a bulldozer's butt. You know, I'm thinking there might be even a better place to get a look at all that. And it's just beyond yonder hill. For as busy as the park is elsewhere today, this is an incredible sight to see. Virtually no wait for the Kissing Tower. As soon as it comes back down, we're gonna be headed up. Awesome. Plus it's air conditioned up there. One of few attractions we can actually take you with us on. All there, here we go. Dispatch. It's a shot tower all of a sudden. Up we go. It's the Hershey Theater. He chose this location due to the convenient access. And Poe Cracker does look nice today. Sparkly blue water. The sweetest place on earth. There goes with Milton Skyrush. As entertainment came into existence. Nice. Today. The Trot Tower. The Trot Tower. Now you can see those towers. Hersheypark was originally. And all the ass towers. You see the wide open area. A bit surprising to see that the boardwalk is not absolutely packed. I mean, it's busy.
From the one vantage point.
Right, it's busier than most of the other races of the park, but it's not like packed. Look at that, coming around. Look at that construction. See, they definitely don't have room to add a coaster there, but a scream and swing would make perfect sense. Actually, a little surprised to see that the boardwalk is not positively bursting with people. I fully expected it to be. Where are all the people coming from, Tim? And where are they going? It doesn't make sense.
They're coming from the spotter.
Ah, that makes sense. So at this point, we're gonna head back to the front of the park to have lunch at Milton's. Now, the reason we're going all that way is because there are some new seasonal snacks and treats there that we wanna try. We did mention at the beginning of the video that we were gonna do that, and we're sticking to our word. Our friend Tim has broken off from the group. He's having a more coaster-centric day than we are, so if you're interested in following his journey, Storming Thrills on Instagram and YouTube. Check him out, great guy. It's been our historical experience that going to Milton's midday is far better than going to Milton's at the end of the day. If you want to do it, the time to do it is during the park operating hours. Because once the park starts shutting down, it gets packed in there. Just make sure you get your hand stamped so that you can re-enter the park through the Hersheypark Supply Company. Otherwise, you're going back through security at the front. The food has arrived and it looks mouth-watering. This is the chicken fried steak and waffle. I think it's technically a sandwich, but it's a waffle sandwich. This is chicken fried steak with Dijon aioli, bacon jam, and white gravy served on rosemary garlic waffle topped with maple syrup drizzle, and I don't know how to pronounce the word, but it's a special type of pickle. Cornichon?
Cornichon.
Cornerstone. Sure.
I got the BELT, which is thick cut bacon, a fried egg, cheddar cheese, lettuce, tomato, and Dijon aioli on Texas toast. So a BLT with an egg. I'm sold.
With an E.
Yeah, that's the E.
I mean, just the textures there, I can tell you it's good.
I was thinking there's no way it's going to be a runny egg. It absolutely is a runny egg.
It looks like it dribbled, yeah. Got a little bit of egg there at the bottom. We got the two new things because we knew they were going to be pretty sizable, so we're each going to have half of each of these things. Chicken fried steak, bacon, maple syrup, waffle, gravy. I don't know. It all sounded good to me. There is no way that yours is better than mine. The chicken and waffles that I normally get at Milton's is a little sweeter. This is definitely a more savory dish. It is so good. Trade!
Sweet.
Exchange complete. I feel like I'm like a toddler sitting in like a pile of ice cream right now. It's like,
Yeah, they're both definitely messy.
these are not flattering sandwiches to eat, but they do taste so good. Great, this is really good. The egg does make a difference.
Yeah.
Add the E to the BLT.
It's like a farmer's BLT, and I think the Texas toast is just it's definitely, I mean, a BLT is about as simple as you can get for a sandwich, but it just takes it up a couple notches.
Yeah, it elevates it.
Yeah. Okay, was your piece of steak this big?
Yep. It's pretty sizable. It's a job. It's a task to be undertaken.
All right, I'm gonna go for practicality purposes. I might like my sandwich a little better. But
Yours has a runny egg on it. What are you talking about?
the whole thing just slid out from under me.
Yeah, but what a glorious slide. All right, back to the heat. What would you think? Like 96 degrees, give or take? There's a little bit of a breeze, which is kind of nice, but it's a disingenuous breeze. It'll trick you. Can you even imagine how hot Hershey Bar must be? Woo. Okay, here's the plan. We're headed towards the back of the park now, slowly. We're still gonna hit the hollow again because there's a snack we gotta try. There's a couple attractions that are running in the mid-region of the park, like Storm Runner. We definitely wanna try to claim a ride on that today. The crowds are not as bad as I thought they were gonna be, especially given as busy as the parking lot was. Yeah, see, like Exhibit A, if the monorail isn't backed all the way up to at least the halfway point, if not all the way back onto Founder's Way, it's not as busy as it could be. when you can get on the monorail. It's so worth it. We're mostly in it for the breeze, but the views are nice too. Whoa! We are in a hurry. From our eye in the sky above on the monorail, we saw that the Aqua Theater was not looking particularly crowded. So we're thinking maybe today's not the worst day to check that out. A lot of copyrighted music in this show, so we won't be able to put the whole thing in for you, but we'll show you a couple highlights.
How are y'all doing today? That's definitely the energy we're looking for. I would like to warmly welcome you all here to the Hersheypark Aqua Theater, the sweetest place on earth. So they see their environment in different shades of white, gray, and black, but some studies show they may be able to see different shades of blue as well. The final adaptation I would like to highlight, which I talked about earlier, are their whiskers. Seals and sea lions have whiskers which have specialized nerve endings in the tips called vibrissae. They can actually voluntarily retract and extend these whiskers out, so if they're ever in dark or murky water, they may not be able to see very well. They can use those whiskers to sense vibrations to find their food or avoid their predators. Now, sea lions actually live in very large groups called rookeries, and these rookeries can be very noisy places. Females will often vocalize to find their pups on crowded beaches, and males will vocalize to announce and defend their territory. Now, right now, I'm just going to turn down my mic and turn up some fun music so you can enjoy these two working together. Remember, animals do know exactly what the sound of your applause means. So anytime you think she's doing a great job, make it nice and loud for Reese.
While definitely not being a recommended way to beat the heat, as you are more or less sitting in sun during that entire show, it is fun. Storm Runner. And it's cool what they do too, because they only train and keep seals and sea lions here that are rescues, that are deemed unfit to survive in the wild because of illness, because of a disability, because of so on and so forth. So it gives them a home. They also have a thing at the end of the show we did not do. One day we will, but we didn't do today, where you can go up and feed animals, and I believe like 90% of that goes back into the conservation efforts. So if you're interested, it's a fun way to get off your feet, if nothing else, and to see a little bit of wildlife here at Hersheypark. Ah, what the heck. It's been a hot minute since the last time we took a ride on Storm Runner. Today seems like a good day to die. I mean, I'll tell you this much, we're not gonna have to wait very long for a ride on Storm Runner. We are just walking right through. Look, look, look. Look at that. Look at all that. Crazy. It is sure looking like we're all but about to walk on this ride. So cameras away. We'll see you when we get off. That was worth the stop. It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute since we did Storm Runner, and it is riding so good today. Oh, look at that. We're back in the hollow again, because we never, ever, ever do things in the right order. Behold, the Nashville hot chicken flatbread. To be honest with y'all, not much is known about this pizza at this time. The ingredients were not listed on the Hershey Stories website. So from what we can tell, we've got Nashville hot chicken, we've got diced dill pickles. Don't know what else to expect. I mean, I can tell just from pulling it apart, we've got definitely some spice in the sauce. That's probably where the hot comes from. Also, speaking of, it's hot. Like hot, hot. Like ow. What do we think?
Oh, that's the hot. Oh.
The hot is an aftertaste? Oh dear.
Hot isn't spicy.
Oh. Oh yeah. All the spices on the chicken. Like great bear soup. We're back on the old dusty trail and we picked up Tim. Oh, those clouds don't look so good. It's fine. It's fine. We've only got like 1 or 2 more rides that we absolutely have to do today. We'll make it. The wildest ride in the wilderness. Ah, I'm getting wet. That was one of the wildest rides we've ever had on Wildcat's Revenge. Reason being, it's been hot today and it's been running hot all day. Having said that, I wish I hadn't been stapled because going over the airtime pops at the end was just, ouch. Y'all may draw the same conclusion that we've drawn, where the rain that's supposedly not starting until 8 p.m. may be arriving a little bit early here. No drip drops yet, but you can tell from the sky and the wind that it's coming soon. Thank goodness we got a secret little spot to stay dry in. Welcome, friends and neighbors, to the Giant Size Passholder Lounge. A new addition for the 2024 year. As it turns out, we're Giant Size Passes.
The Giant Size Passholder Lounge is an indoor relaxation area just beneath the Ferris wheel and outside the Boardwalk area of the park. Giant Size Pass holders, and only Giant Size Pass holders, can scan their passes at the door and then move about the lounge at will to find a seat for however long they choose to stay. Now, seating is limited, but so are the number of Giant Size Passes that the park has sold, so capacity isn't a big issue. However, it can get loud as the lounge starts to fill up, hence the voiceover. There are tables with raised seating, and then there are benches all around the perimeter of the lounge, which gives you plenty of space to spread out. There's a soda fountain where you can fill up your all-season drink plan cup, and there's a vending machine for snacks as well. You do have to pay for the snacks, and there's nothing particularly special in that machine. So we'd not recommend tapping a payment method unless you're starving and too tired to walk around the corner for burgers. The main draw of the lounge is just to get off your feet, get out of any weather that may be popping off outside, and to charge your phone using the AC and USB outlets placed below every bench.
The key advantage of the Giant Size Passholder Lounge is just being able to avoid the rain, which we successfully did. Mind you, there is more rain to come, so we're gonna be wrapping up our day here shortly, but we're gonna make the most of the time we got left. For those who are interested, this is what the boardwalk looks like. We've got this big splash playground. We've got tons and tons of slides, including this massive one that reminds me of Colossal Curl from Water Country in a lot of ways. Big tube slides. And then we've got like a water coaster over there as well. We don't spend a lot of time in the boardwalk. We don't plan to spend a lot of time in the boardwalk. It's really not our scene. But for those who are interested, it can definitely fill a day. Okay, so quite possibly the last item on our crawl today, because we are reaching some kind of capacity. This is the Dry Gulch Railroad hot dog from Berk's Dogs. I think it's just called the Dry Gulch dog. It's got barbecue sauce, it's got chili, it's got, what is this? Coleslaw, and it's got onion straws. And of course, there's a dog base, so that's good too. I think we're gonna try our best to saw this in half, but we may not be successful because hot dogs are not designed to be split.
There's no way to do this gracefully, so...
No, we're gonna look.
Goodbye!
Well, the good news is your hat just blocked everything, so...
I mean, this is gonna take an effort.
Oh, your first bite was a lot more graceful than mine.
But what dog?
No dog, only toppings.
I feel like there's a lot more chili on this dog than anything else.
Maybe.
Which is fine. I mean, that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
as a flavor, or as a, what you call it?
As a
combination of many different ingredients, chili is probably the one you're most used to seeing on a dog.
It definitely gives like summer barbecue vibes.
It definitely looks like summer barbecue vibes.
Messy as heck.
Yeah, we got a lot of napkins though, so that's fine. All right, fam, our bellies are full. I think we're done with the snack crawl portion of our day, and we're almost done with the park day portion of our day as well. We got, I think, one last stop. Maybe one last attraction in us. Time to see if these one-time use fast tracks actually work as intended. 99.9999% sure that video would be okay on this attraction. It's very slow moving, it's very easygoing. However, since that's not 100%, I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera away just to be sure we're playing by the rules. Catch you in a bit.
Welcome aboard, agents. Your amplifiers will let you channel your Reese's spirit.
Loading Reese's phrase.
Ahaha! I am a master agent. You'll just have to trust me, because I don't see my score here. It was high. Behold! Defender of the Crystal Cup. Okay, I lied. One more attraction. There we go. Cool. Perfect. Kind of wish I had my sunglasses though.
It's a little bright. especially when we head back towards the sun.
It is beautiful though. Here comes Great Bear. Oh, this is gonna be perfect. Look at this. Yes. Yes. And it's coming right back around. Ready? Yeah. You can't ask for better than that. Great Bear was one that we did not do today. We could have though, if we wanted to.
No way.
It had virtually no way. I don't know if that stayed consistent for the whole day, but early in the day it had no way. We just had a task list to take care of.
It was more of a vibes and snacks day, but we did a lot of rides.
We did a lot of rides. Squeak!
It's a little grease on that wheel.
WD-40, man. I feel like I am painting this ride right now. I don't think it's personal, but I'm taking it personally. You really can't plan interactions that perfect. 9 times out of 10, you'll miss it by about a second. This time we got lucky.
Got lucky.
Real feel of over 100 degrees. We survived.
Yeah.
Hottest day of 2024 so far. And with that, our Hershey day is done. Outbound desserts notwithstanding. As we're on our way out here, one more cool little thing that is an update from the last time we were here. They now can do face recognition throughout all your ride photos over the course of the day. So if you have a day photo pass, a season photo pass, or any kind of photo pass that allows you to claim the photos that you get on rides, you can take that to the photo center. There's one in the Hershey Park Supply Company and one in the center of the park off Founder's Way. And they can run through the whole day. Once they find one photo, they can find every other photo with your faces in it.
It was wild.
Little creepy, but also like really cool. Farewell, Milton. You didn't melt today, and neither did we. Well, that's gonna do it for us here today at Hershey Park. Again, not our first visit of 2024, but our first vlog of 2024. And a lot of things have changed since the last time we were here. And that was not that far back. Hershey Park is always evolving, it's always changing, it's always tweaking things to improve the guest experience. That's why we like coming here, and that's why we enjoy being season pass holders. Now, we are Giant Size Pass holders this year. We might not be Giant Size Pass holders next year. This is kind of an experimental year with that new tier to see if it's worth going in. And I will say, that one-time fast track use does pay dividends. If you come regularly enough that you know where the lines are gonna back up, at what time of day, and how to use that fast track tactically, it really does save you a ton of time. So I would say that is a huge perk. The Giant Size Lounge is probably not necessary.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's good for what it is.
It's nice to have, but it doesn't make or break your experience.
Exactly. There's plenty of places to duck in for air conditioning if air conditioning is all you want or need. Obviously, the snacks are everywhere as well, so you don't really need the vending machine. Mostly, it's just a spot to kind of chillax and charge your phone. The seasonal snacks this year are pretty great.
I enjoyed our
I would have to say the park is getting better and better and better at delivering in-park snacks. The chocolatier is always great.
Yeah.
Milton's also technically outside the park, but they just rule the sandwich game. Like, any sandwich that Milton serves is gonna be good. But in park, the offerings haven't always been on par with the stuff outside of park, and I think they're starting to get there, which is nice. It was hot today, and there were definitely points at which we had to slow down and say, we need to drink water. So do remember to do that. If it's gonna be a really hot day, any theme park, but especially at a theme park that is 90% asphalt, definitely drink your water throughout the day. Having said that, we had a wonderful time here, and we can't wait to come back later this season and definitely in the fall for Hershey Park Dark Nights. Until then, guys, I'm Tim.
I'm Katie.
And every day,
A new adventure.
and we'll see you again real soon. Bye!